hello to you beautiful people. My name is Noha Lakshmi and I'm here to elevate humanity for a better world. Yes, we are doing it together one by one. And I like to use our ancient wisdom, what we call astrology, the cosmic clock, our planets, and the heavens to help us navigate through this crazy ride that we call life. Thank you for joining me, and I really appreciate the support. I appreciate all the love, and I appreciate you sharing this message, helping others on their path of awakening and the path of transformation. Again, one by one, we are elevating humanity in this world. And I'm so grateful to be able to do this and to have your support on my personal journey. So thank you. Before I dive into this week's update, if you are interested in taking this to the next level, taking your life to the next level, taking your spiritual exploration to the next level, but also not just the spiritual aspect, but taking your health and taking your life to the next level and experiencing a complete upgrade in your body, mind, opening your heart and diving deep into your spiritual connection with yourself and all of life, then please contact me. Check out my website, nohalakshmi.com. I do personal work with people. As of now, my group program has started already. I'm going to do another one in the spring. But if you are interested in doing one-on-one work, then please check out my website, nohalakshmi.com. And of course, if you are interested in an astrology reading and just dive deep into your own birth chart, I offer my readings as well, and you can find that on my website, nohalakshmi.com, and so many other goodies. So just get in touch with me and we'll see what we can create together and how can I guide you and support you on your path. Excellent. Thank you so much. And this week, there's a couple of things that I would like to talk about. There's always a lot of things. You know, with the astrology, it's just like life, right? There's so many things that you can focus on, and it's really important to zoom in and decipher where do I want to put my focus on, what do I want to give my attention to, which is actually very, very noticeable right now and felt by many of us. So many things might be pulling on your attention, many doors that are opening all at the same time, and it's so up to you to be laser focused and choose mindfully where you put your focus, where you put your attention, and making your choices according to your highest truth. And everything that has been deconstructed in the last few months, remember that you are a new person. There's new belief systems, hopefully. There's new ways of seeing yourself and new ways of going about your life. And so make sure you're making your choices according to this new version of you and not an old one. And I always like to emphasize that because it's easy to go into, old habits very unconsciously, and we feel that, with the energies of south node of the moon is still in Pisces and Neptune is in Pisces and all this dreamy state and illusions and wanting to fall back into what feels familiar, but actually it's just expired, right? So this just came through. I did not plan on saying that, but obviously there's a reason why I said that. So just pay attention to that you on your game when it comes to not falling back into old habits, because you are a new person. There's new standards, so to speak. There's new desires. There's new needs. There are new horizons for you that if you keep choosing according to past versions of yourself in your life, then those new horizons will be very hard to reach and manifest. All right. So I'm going to first talk about this full moon that is approaching. Today is Wednesday, October 12th, and the full moon is happening on the 15th in America here, West Coast Pacific time. It's going to be happening at 9:23 p.m. on the 15th, which is a Saturday. So for some of you, it's actually going to be the 16th, which is a Sunday. And this full moon is happening in the sign of Aries and Libra. The sun is still in Libra. The moon is going to be in the sign of Aries. Quickly, for those of you that are not so versed in astrology or what full moon really means, how does it look like in the cosmic map? It's an opposition. The moon opposes the sun. So the moon is going to be in the sign of Aries. The sun is going to be in the sign of Libra. And the big thing about this full moon is the fact that it's going to conjunct the planet Uranus. Now that's the biggest thing that I want to talk about when it comes to this full moon. Uranus is going to be conjuncting the moon. And Uranus is like, it's the unpredictable, it's the shocking, it's the unexpected, it's the element of surprise. And the fact that also the sun is going to oppose the planet Uranus. And again, the sun is in the sign of Libra. The moon is in the sign of Aries. The Aries is all about me, myself, what I want, where I'm going. Aries is a fire sign, very passionate, very fiery, very action-oriented. And we have the moon in the sign of Aries. And the moon represent more of our emotions, but also our subconscious mind. It represents our habits and our patterns, and can be emotional patterns, maybe things that we still holding on to. And with the moon in Aries, there can be a feeling of really wanting to go somewhere, having that fire of Aries of this is what I want, and this is what I need, and these are my desires. And there might be this feeling of a bit of frustration. And with the sun opposing that, and the sun is in Libra. Now the sun is the ego. I like to see it as the soul. And I don't see a separation between the soul and the ego, and this process of life and the journey of life of actually merging the soul and the ego. So there's no separation. You're not either living from your ego or living from your soul, but to bring the two together and become one. And then you operate from that place, yeah? But the sun, that's your soul. Let's just say that's your ego, that's your personality. And the sun in the sign of Libra, it's a beautiful aspect of inviting us to look and to shine the light on harmony, beauty, equality, peace. That's what Libra represent. So what can happen with this opposition is this, maybe even subconsciously, I want it here and I want it now and I want it my way. That's the feeling of Aries. And it can bring up frustration, like I said. It can bring up anger, and that can be stuff that are kind of buried somewhere, or stuff from the past. Why is it not going my way? And the sun in Libra is always an invitation to actually look at the beauty in front of you right now, and not just focus, keep your eyes on just one thing, completely ignore the beauty around you. And we can feel that because Mars is in the sign of Capricorn. Mars is associated with Aries, so there's all those connections that are coming together. And Mars in Capricorn is like, I can see what's around me. I'm just like, boom, zoom in. This is where I want to go. And so by doing that, are you forgetting to actually acknowledge where the beauty that you are, and the beauty around you, and the beauty of the journey? Are you so caught up, again, putting too much, because that's the thing with Libra that I've been talking about, is the balance, and how easy it is to just slip out of balance and be overly focused on just one thing, and you forget to actually acknowledge all the other things in your life, and the beauty in your life, and the beauty that you are. And so with the sun in Libra, it's to actually Can you take a moment to acknowledge the beauty? Can you take a moment to actually enjoy life, enjoy yourself, enjoy the process, rather than just, the Aries energy, the Mars energy is like this crazy, crazy little devil running around, and little devil running around doesn't really notice the surroundings, and that's kind of like the shadowy side of Mars and Aries of, just completely ignoring everything else but myself and what I'm focused on. So pay attention in your life that you're not neglecting your relationships, you're not neglecting the beauty in your life, the ability to just sit back and actually appreciate yourself, appreciate everything that you have done up until this point, and everything else in your life, that there's just so much to be grateful for, right? And cultivate this attitude of gratitude. And now the thing with Uranus, so full moon is about releasing. So with Aries and Libra too, the axis of that is the release of, well, let's look at Aries, is the release within yourself, certain desires, maybe certain wants that you are just releasing. Do I really still want this? Do I really need this? Going deep into this like self-exploration of where do those wants and needs come from? What needs to be released to make space for the beauty to come in, that it's not like, the thing with Libra is compromise too, and not from a place of like lowering your standards, but does it have to be a certain way? Does it have to look a certain way? If there's an attachment to an outcome, then we pretty much screwed, okay? But if you focus on, I know what I want, I know where I'm going, I'm clear about what it is that I want for myself in my life, and be open to receive, that the energy of Libra, and the receiving, the beauty, the feminine aspect of, let life present to you the highest road to wherever it is that you're going. So, and not be so stubborn. Mars can be very hard-headed. This is just how I want it, and that's like the only way I'm going to get it. And if you are holding on to that thinking, then it's going to be very hard, I'll be honest with you. And so to just be open, weigh your options. There might be more than just one way to get to where you're going. So the Uranus aspect that comes into this full moon, which is huge, and it's going to conjunct the moon. Uranus, like I said, shock, surprise, unpredictability. There are going to be a lot of surprises. And I don't know, there's no, good, bad. Uranus is just a shock. Uranus is like that light bulb, that boom. The shocking light, it's very electrifying. And I always say that, if you don't pay attention, if you do hold on too tightly, then Uranus can be, it can be almost traumatic to some degree. If there's with the Libra axis and Aries, if you have relationships in your life that are just not working, dragging you, are toxic for you, it's just not working, you're going to get that shock of like, wake up, this relationship is not working, this interaction is not in your highest, this project, it's just, life is redirecting you. So are you gonna force it? Are you gonna are you going to be too stubborn to actually open your mind and see that there's a higher road, that what's happening is actually in your highest and best good? So Uranus with this full moon, I highly want to encourage you to pay attention to what life is saying to you, and what your intuition is telling you, your inner guidance is telling you. So you might get that element of surprise and shock and unpredictability, but it doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be traumatic. Things don't have to just like be pulled out of your life for you to wake up, because Uranus is the awakener. So this full moon, there's always a buildup of energy. Also, there's always a bit of intensity around the full moon. And when we're looking at a full moon in Aries, with the fact that now going into Mars conjuncting the planet Pluto, that can feel like very volatile energy. And it's all in the name of liberation, liberating you, liberating yourself from the prisons that you have created for yourself, perhaps, you know. And the Mars-Pluto conjunction is also to remind us it's power. Mars and Pluto together, it's power. We're going to feel that intensity, and it's going to be very powerful. And the question to ask yourself is, what do you do with the power that you've been given? You know, there's a sense of responsibility, the fact that Mars and Pluto are in the sign of Capricorn. And we've got Saturn, which is associated with the Capricorn, still in the sign of Sagittarius for another year. There's a lot of truth that needs to be looked at, and to be truthful with yourself and to be honest with yourself. You know, we have a lot of power as human beings. What are we doing with this power? Are we being responsible or being reactive with that power? And we are seeing it very much so right now with the election and everything that is going on. And I'm not even going to go there. I might just do another video just to talk about that. But that's a great example. We've seen those two candidates, which are merely a reflection of our collective consciousness. So don't point your fingers and don't blame anything or anyone. It's an invitation to look within. Where in my life do I misuse my power? Or where in my life I'm not using the power that I've been given in a constructive way, in an integrous way, in a way that is of service to humanity? Where am I being destructive with the power that I have as a human being, in whatever destructive way that it can be manifested with myself and with others in the world? Again, the invitation is to step into more beauty, to step into more harmony, to step into more balance, to step into more cooperation with one another, to step into this liberation of our world and humanity, and to step into this, you know, the Uranus element. Again, it's the upgrade, it's the innovation, but it has to start within. It has to start within. If you are too stubborn and holding on to certain perceptions and way of thinking, which we have Mercury squaring Mars and Pluto, it's like, enough. You know, Pluto is transformation. Enough. It's like there's transformation that needs to happen, right? If there's still thoughts that are not in the highest service to you and humanity, wake up. It's wake up time. That's just what can I say? And it's been going on for a while, and now we're getting another boost of that, of where in your life do you need to wake up. And not just wake up, it's like really taking the action, really embody it, really implement everything that you've been learning and everything that you have been discovering within yourself and with your own exploration. So I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to take this full moon, release what is still holding you down, and focus on liberating your own individual authentic expression. Allow life to surprise you. Be excited. Be excited. What is the surprise that is going to happen? What is this unpredictability that is going to happen? And even if it's maybe not like, oh my God, it's so good and butterfly and rainbows, but to be able to open yourself up and say, even though this is shocking and this is like very unpredictable and I really don't like it, but to still be open that this is a gift. This is a gift, and it's helping you to move closer to liberation, really liberating your soul, Pluto, your soul. And not just your ego, but your soul. You're talking about going to the depth of your soul if you really want to be liberated. Yes, that is my message to you. And I appreciate you for doing your work and for showing up. If you are liking these videos, then please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. And thank you for sharing these videos with your friends, with your loved ones, and helping me to spread the message of love and light, liberation and awakening. And again, if you would like to work with me one-on-one, go to my website, noalakshmi.com, and we can talk about how can I be of service to you. Sending you so, so, so much love. Take it easy, take it slow in the next few days. Prepare yourself for this full moon. Rest as much as you need to. Take care of your body. Get some good rest. Get some good body work. And on the full moon, the 15th or the 16th, depending on where you are in the world, purge, release. Be liberated. Be liberated. I'm sending you so, so, so much love. Stay awesome. Stay beautiful. And I will see you next time. Sat Nam.